All right, fight announcement here with Cierra Buxton. Cierra, tell us what's going on.
All right, I have a fight April 2nd at Novi. I'm fighting Dana Kay. She's a little more experienced, 2-1. Last time I had my debut, it was exciting. Got in there, did what I did. I'm excited for this one. I want to show everyone that I can still go to the ground, stay up, whatever she wants to do.
Tell me about your first fight. What was that like for you?
Yeah, it's super. It didn't feel like I was fighting. I told you, I was like, it just feels like we're here watching some fights. And even just like walking out, I was just like, man, this is like super cool. Got everyone watching. But coming fight, I didn't have any nerves. Like, I was just ready to go in there and just have a fight. I was super excited.
Where does that killer instinct come from in you? Because you didn't experience any nerves. You went out there and put on an incredible debut. I mean, you blew people away. You landed over 100 strikes in 2 rounds, and you didn't even look tired. You weren't even breathing hard at the end of the fight. Where does that killer instinct come from?
Um, I'm not sure. I kind of have my own mental state I get in sometimes. It's more like I like prep myself with a lot of motivation. So like if I'm ever feeling down, I just listen to that and it pumps me up and it gets me back in the grind. And it's just kind of there. It's always just the mental state I'm in.
Tell me about your goals, Sierra. Not just in combat, but in life. Like, you're 18 years old. You won your MMA debut. You train alongside professional fighters all the time. You're one of the most dedicated people in this building. What are your goals? What are your goals in MMA? What are your goals in life? Tell the people that are following your career.
So first, I joined MMA because I wanted to be like a cop. That works well like in the future. But then I got in here and I thought of more MMA is like going pro and maybe getting in the UFC.
Do you believe you can do it?
I think so, yeah.
I believe you can do it. And you've trained alongside, Amanda Bobby Cooper, Alicia Zapatella, Miranda Maverick, Andrea Lee. When you train alongside those girls and you realize, like, they're just women that have stayed the course and, developed a skill set, does that build your confidence knowing that you can do it as well?
It does, yeah. Having them being like an inspiration is a big help and looking up to what they could do. It's like, man, that could be me one day.
So this next girl you're fighting, previously you were making your debut and your opponent was making your debut, and so we didn't really have anything to look into. This next opponent is 2-1. She is very experienced. She's fought Danielle Wynn, who's now a pro, who's doing bare knuckle fights. And, she had a good fight with Danielle Wynn. And Freddie Rodriguez actually used to train with her at his old gym. Going into this fight, do you feel any different? Is there extra nerves yet? Are there not any nerves? And, I guess just anything you want to talk about instead of like preparing for an unknown, you're preparing for a very experienced amateur female.
Yeah, she is experienced, and I'm excited to fight someone who's experienced like that. It's more of a challenge. Gives me like more harder training sessions, but I'm not nervous. I don't feel any. It still feels like it's not gonna happen yet because it's in April. It's like 2 months away, so it's like.
What is it going to be like to fight here at home? Before we traveled out of state, and some of your family came down and some of your friends came down, but now this show is 25 minutes away from the academy, and it's going to be packed full of family, friends, teammates. What is that going to be like?
I'm super excited for that. My family's got a lot of people who wants to come watch because it's so close, and I've never had a fight like so close, which is super nice and convenient. So.
Leading into your first fight, I remember your sister was super nervous, your mom was nervous, your dad was nervous, and then you blew everybody away with an incredible performance. How have things changed, like, in the way that they look at your fighting or the way they look at you? Because, we all thought you were going to do well, but nobody expected what we witnessed on that day. How has your family reacted to that fight, and what are they like leading up to this fight?
They loved watching the fight. They're, like, super excited. They're kind of like, whoa, like... Jeez. But they're super excited for this one. My mom's still a little nervous because she's always going to get nervous before fights. But my dad's really excited, and my sister, I don't know.
So how do you stay so focused and training so hard after such an incredible debut? A lot of people, when if they blow somebody out of the water that bad, all of a sudden they're like, oh, I got the skill set. I don't need to work as hard. You're training harder than I've ever seen you train. I came in on this last Saturday, and you're on the mat with a nationally ranked wrestler grinding, on a day where we don't even have practice. What has kept you so focused? Or are you like, is it the big picture that drives you? You don't care about the individual fights. Like, how have you stayed so focused and you're training so hard leading up to this?
Well, I see some fighters, like, sometimes like they get a little cocky, like they're like, oh, I don't need to train as much, like, I'm good. Like my next fight, I'm just gonna go in and kill them, and then they end up losing because they didn't train as hard. Well, I have the mentality where like I have to keep training to keep getting better, because even though like I'm good now, someone's always gonna be better than I am right now, and so I just try to get to the top.
One day, Cierra, if you ever aren't training to the level that I know you should be, I'm going to pull this tape out and you're going to be laughing because I'm going to say, do you hear this young woman at 18 years old? She's dropping insight. She's dropping great information. That's a beautiful mindset. You always got to realize it's the next challenge ahead. Like what you've done in the past doesn't mean anything. You're a new opponent. You have to prove to them that you can beat them. They don't care what you've won. They don't care how good you looked. You have to show up on fight night and beat them. So for the people that want to come to this event, first of all, you're going to have tickets available. So anyone that wants to come to this show, please contact Cierra. But go over the details again, the date, the opponent, the location, and just anything else you want to say.
Yeah, April 2nd at the Suburban Showplace in Novi, fighting Dana K. Yeah, I'm super excited and ready to get in there and do what I do.
And we're saying Dana K because we don't know how to pronounce her last name and we don't want to butcher it. So out of respect, we're just saying Dana K. So again, anyone that wants to be there, it's 25 minutes from the academy. It's going to be an incredible show. We hope to have 5 or 10 SFS athletes on this card. We're incredibly thankful for B2, this league coming to Michigan. I mean, I guess that's the last thing we'll put on this video. There are all different levels of shows, from the, bottom level where everything's a shit show and it's kind of a mess, all the way to like a UFC caliber event. B2 does an incredible job. What was it like making your debut for them, and how cool is it that they're now coming to your home state for your next fight?
I'm so excited that they're coming here. B2 is a great fight organization. They're super organized. They get their stuff done quick. I've never fought for any other organization, but B2 is my favorite overall.
So, well, thank you for sitting with me today, Cierra, and I'm sure everybody is as excited as we are for April 2nd. We will see you there, girl.
Thank you.